Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, our great millstone, who teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that's throughout four corners of the earth, that pushes the word of sincerity. Shalom. So we about to get into it, man. The title of this is the House of Saul and the House of David, man. And y'all already know, I already know y'all got a idea on it, you know. I hope this video will be edifying, man, to the lake, man. You know. So let's get into it, man. 2 Samuel and 3:1. Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David, but David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. All right. And the house of Saul is represented by the 2/3, and the house of David is represented by the 1/3. All right. So yeah, man. Let's go to Psalms 139. Psalms. I clicked the wrong drawing. Psalms 139:21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee. Alright, so our only family in the truth is those who do the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Alright. Nothing more, nothing less, man. You know, that's our true those are a true family, man. The sincere brothers, man, that's in this thing, man. You know, our spiritual family, man. All right, let's go to Matthew 12:46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Okay, so this is basically going into the so-called family by blood, man. All right, so so I have my so-called mother, my so-called father, my so-called brothers, that burst from birth, man. And so you got your that's your carnal family, your worldly family, if you will. All right, and you got your spiritual family, right? But ultimately, right, we only have one family, and our true family, and that family is the ones that do the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Our spiritual family, the ones that really matters. Those are the ones that's gonna keep you on your pivot for real, through the spirit, man. And not condoning the wickedness of this world, man. You know, those are the ones that's gonna uplift you. All right, let's go to Psalms 94:16. Psalms 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? All right. And the evildoers are the Edomites, man. You know, the wickedness. The wickedness has ruled the planet. All right. But only the elect men or the resistance to this wickedness of this planet, man. All right. So we have a stand against all wickedness, man. Anybody who follows all wickedness, rather it's Israelite or a heathen. All right. And the chief heathen is the so-called white man, which is these Edomites, man. So we rise against all wickedness, whoever follow wickedness, man, with great boldness. All right, let's go to let's get Job 21, 29 to 30. Have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. So the so-called white man is being reserved for the destruction. He's been able to rule the earth in wickedness, man. All right, he has the blessing of the sword, man, and it's reserving him for wrath, and he's also going to get judged. Great judgment, man. All right, these Edomites are going to listen. They're going to get it. They're going to get it real bad for all the things they done to us, the children of Israel, man. Let's go to 1 Samuel 17:30 through 46. And David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause? So David, like, what I do is there a problem? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So David, like, you know what I mean? Is there a problem? All right. That's how we that's how we feel, man. The true men of the Lord, man. Like, you know what I mean? Don't we have a problem here? Ain't the earth in the hands of the wicked? You know what I mean? Like, that's how we feel, man. You know what I mean? Ain't we in the worst case scenario? Like, yeah. So, and he turned towards another and spake after the same manner, and the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with the Philistine. All right, so David stepped up and rose to the occasion, man. All right, and Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. And David said to Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion. All right, there came a lion and bear, and he took a lamb out of the flock, and I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth, and he arose against me, and I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he had defied the armies of the living God. Okay, so David was built up. He knew the Lord was with him, man. All right. So when he slew the lion and the bear, he was saying this Philistine ain't gonna be no different, man. He like, man, he's not gonna be an issue. All right, he's not gonna be no different. You know what I mean? So he had faith in the power of Yahweh Shai, man, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? Because that's how it's supposed to be. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion, out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine, man. Whoo! And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee. So, move with faith, and that's exactly what we're going to need in these times to come, man. Unmovable faith. Just like that, man. That's beautiful. All right. So I'm gonna just get to the points. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy and of a fair countenance. All right. Matter of fact, should I just start? I'm just start. I'm just gonna read the whole John. And Saul armed David, and with his armor he put a helmet of brass upon his head, and he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded up his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go. He had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook and put them in a shepherd's bag, which had even a scrip, and his sling was in his hand. And he drew near to the Philistine, and the Philistine came on and drew near unto David, and the man that bare the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy and a fair countenance. All right. So they like ate no way out of everybody. You know what I mean? Like, really? And the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog that thou comes to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. And then said David to the Philistine, thou comes to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know what I mean? The Lord of hosts. You know what I mean? The God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. This day would the Lord Yahweh shall deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcasses of the hosts of the Philistines in this day unto the fowls of the earth and the fowls of the beasts of the earth, the fowls of the air and the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. So the Lord is about to show his strength through the weak, and the Lord is going to show his power. All right? And the house of David will be back on top, and that's a promise, man. All right? The house of David will be back on top, man. All right? All right, friend, let me get this right quick. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so we will be back on top. All right, the children of Israel. All right, the house of David. We will be back on top, man. So on to the next, man. Shalom.